My daughter's teacher told her that swimming during your period was too scary to even talk about. When my 9-year-old daughter repeated this to me, I didn't get angry. I just poured her a cup of hot cocoa, because I know the best way to protect a child isn't to shield them from fear, but to teach them to embrace the truth. And I learned that lesson because I was protected by two very different kinds of love. The first person who taught me how profound kindness could be was Mrs. Morales, our school cafeteria lady. The biggest rumor about her was that she was secretly a millionaire. We all laughed it off. After all, she drove a beat-up Honda but wore designer shoes. But when my dad lost his job and I was eating saltine crackers for lunch, she was the one who would accidentally make too much food and slip it to me, saving my pride. 2 weeks later, an anonymous full scholarship sent me to my dream college. It wasn't until years later, at her funeral, that her lawyer revealed the truth. She had inherited over $8 million. She chose to stay in that cafeteria because she genuinely loved taking care of kids. Over 2 decades, she'd anonymously put 47 students through college. My name was the very first one on that list. She taught me that the noblest protection is silent. My dad, on the other hand, taught me that when you're protecting someone, you can get creative. My daughter loves hearing stories about her grandpa, especially the one from after his minor knee surgery. As he was coming out of anesthesia, he grabbed my mom's hand with a look of pure terror. "If they took my leg, how am I supposed to outrun your mother?" My mom was cracking up, but he was dead serious. Kitchen to back door is 4.2 seconds on crutches, but only 2.8 in a wheelchair. Living room to garage. He had a whole color-coded spreadsheet in his head for threat levels. Red alert is when she brings her purse. That thing could knock out a linebacker. Code black is when she brings her cookies. That is a trap. It is psychological warfare. And now, it is my turn. Last week, my daughter came home from school, worriedly asking if it was true that swimming on her period was scary. I looked into her curious, confused eyes, and I thought of Mrs. Morales' warm lunchboxes and my dad's ridiculous but loving escape plan. I pulled my daughter close, opened my laptop, and we looked up the science behind how her body works. I told her it wasn't scary. It was normal, a sign of growing up. I reminded her how, when her mom was pregnant, she had asked to be in the delivery room. "See," I said, "you've always been fearless. It is your body. As long as you are prepared, if you want to go swimming, you can." All the fear in her eyes vanished, replaced by understanding and confidence. In that moment, I realized that the greatest legacy you can pass on is the protection you were given, whether it was grand and silent, or a little bit silly, and handing it down in a way they can carry forward.